Hello and welcome to Young Turks. I'm Shireen Bhan. Over the next 30 minutes, we're going to be bringing you stories of young Indian achievers from across India. So stay on with us for the Young Turks ride. Our first stop on Young Turks is Hyderabad. Faye D'Souza is standing by with her young achiever, who's also a weekend aviator and the CEO of Now Pause, a website for voicemails.
Hi Shireen, this week our young Turk from Hyderabad is Ayyappa Nagubandi, a 28-year-old entrepreneur who plans to revolutionize internet-based communication by replacing text with voice.
Ayyappa Nagubandi is a student pilot on weekends, but through the work week he is the CEO of Now Pause, a 5 crore rupee company he started 2 years ago based on an idea he had while watching a movie.
I was in US around this time, and we wanted to start a company, and we'd got some angel funding, and around the same time what happened was I was talking to my mom, and if I had to talk to my mom I had to wake up till 11 o'clock in the midnight and then call, because that will be 9 o'clock here, and if she wanted to talk, like, she had to do the same thing. It's not just with my mom but other friends like Srinam, who's working with me in Satyam, and other friends of mine. It was the same thing, and I was thinking, like, what to do, can this problem be solved? We got the angel funding, came back to India, and I was watching a movie at that time, You Got Mail. And then what happens is Meg Ryan gets a letter from Tom Hanks, and she's reading the mail, but what she's seeing the mail, but what people see is the voice of Tom Hanks saying it. I thought, why not combine the best qualities of the email, the best qualities of the phone, and create something new?
It was then he set up Now Pause, a voicemail website that can be used to send voice clips instead of just text.
Beauty and attrition, the Indian business process outsourcing industry, roughly around 45 years old, is growing at a phenomenal pace.
The person who sends email or receives email needs to know English. That's a barrier. Now with this thing, people need not know English. They can just come to Now Pause, say whatever they want to say, and send an email. So that's how this idea came about.
But it has not always been smooth sailing for Ayyappa, whose first job was that of an office boy at a branch of State Bank of Hyderabad.
And whatever money I earn, that's my money. He used to work as a security guard in a bank. He got me a job as an office boy. I used to get about 25 rupees a day. I'd worked there for about 40 days, got good money. And whatever money I got, I spent most of the money, because that kind of money I haven't seen before. I bought clothes, I bought shoes, I bought a watch, and I was left with about 160 rupees. What I did, I was thinking then that if I spend this 160 rupees, I'd have to live without anything for the next 1 year. What do I do? I was thinking, and after 2 months or so, I thought, why not I do a little bit business? I went to the wholesale market, bought kites, and in the area which I was living, I sold these kites in retail. I made money, but I'd also learned that, like, money can be made this way. So I didn't spend even a rupee from that. I saved that money. Then again I went to the wholesale market, bought colors, I sold it in retail, saved money. I bought crackers in wholesale, sold these in retail. I made good money. I did this for 2 years.
He finished high school and his graduation on a merit scholarship from the State Bank of Hyderabad and then went to work at Satyam.
After graduation, after a week, once my results were declared, I joined Satyam. I joined Satyam as a receptionist. Now my logic was, get into the company, if you prove yourself, maybe I'll grow. I used to do morning shift, afternoon shift, night shift. And somehow my boss came to know that, like, I read something. He called me and asked, like, what do you do? I said, I did my BSc Computers, graduation, and I'm an artist also. I do web designing. Said, okay, create a website for ourselves and we'll see. At the same time, there was a vacancy in a other circle, web designer, programmer. I went to the boss and said, like, sir, I'm Ayyappa, working at a help desk reception, and I know this. He said, for 45 days you work as a web designer in our department. If you're good, we'll move you to this department. 45 days, morning shift in help desk, night shift in the reception. It worked. I moved to a new department. The new department, I was started as a web designer, then became a web programmer, then became a team leader, then traveled to Singapore, worked there in Singapore, worked in UK, worked in US twice. The last placement was at the World Bank on behalf of Satyam.
6 years after working with Satyam, Ayyappa quit his job as usability expert to start NowPause. The website currently has over 3 lakh customers from around the world, and the patented voice technology is being used for more than just casual communication.
See, when we launched this voice email was the first product we launched. But after that, like, while working on the product itself, we had a lot of ideas. We thought, let's not limit ourselves to just a space like email. Can this voice technology, whatever we developed, be used in other places? And one of the places where we found that this can be used and this can be utilized, people will find it very useful, was the job segment. See, what happens is, if I'm looking for a job or anybody is looking for a job, the person will send a resume to a portal or a company. The recruitment manager will look at the resume, call the person. And especially in BPO, what happens is, the voice of the person is very important. Not only the text, but the voice is very important. We thought, why not put a voice there? Not only the candidate who's applying for a job submits his resume, but also talks about himself, or talks about a couple of questions what the company asks. So the company who's getting the resume not only can look at the text, but also hear the person. Like, what are his communication skills, confidence levels? Can this person fit in the job of a call center executive or something?
NowPause has just signed an exclusive tie-up with timesjob.com to use this technology, and it has given Ayyappa the courage to dream big for his company.
Which is the youngest Fortune 500 company, and they achieved it in 5 years. Even Google couldn't achieve this. We'd like to be the one. We'd like to beat Apple. We'd like to create a record. If you look at any of the Indian companies, all became a billion-dollar company only after 15 years or so. They employ thousands of people. Only after that, they became a billion-dollar company. No, we'd like to have a very small team, 100-odd people, yet be a billion-dollar company.
Ayyappa says he's just getting started and will soon have hardware products also on NowPause's shelves. But in the meantime, this high flyer is working on his takeoff.
Thanks, Faye. Here's wishing Ayyappa Nagubandi the very best of luck from all of us here on the Young Turks team. We head into a break, but when we return, we head out to Mumbai. Stay on with us.